Hey, Skol Vikings family. What's up, you purple-blooded warriors? Imagine this. Just 3 months after we traded picks to bring home our Minnesota-made legend, Adam Thielen, the Vikings drop a bombshell that hits like a Sam Darnold deep ball gone wrong. We're waiving him, at his request, to chase bigger snaps in what he says is his final NFL ride. Yeah, you heard that right. Stick around, because this isn't goodbye. It's a heartfelt handoff to a guy who's purple through and through. Let's dive into the latest Vikings news and unpack this emotional roller coaster together. What does it mean for our squad? And where does Thielen land next? Your thoughts in the comments, fam. The trade back in late August felt like destiny. We shipped a 4th rounder and a 5th to the Panthers for Adam, plus a conditional 7th in 26 and another 5th in 27. Remember the hype? Jordan Addison was sidelined for those first 3 games with his suspension, so bringing back our Detroit Lakes hero seemed perfect. Thielen even took a pay cut, slashing his deal from $7 million to $5 million to make it happen. As a die-hard fan, I was pumping my fist, yelling Skol, because who wouldn't want that grit back in the huddle? But man, the offense has been a sputterfest all year, and Adam's been stuck as depth behind Jefferson and Addison. 8 catches, 69 yards on 18 targets, that's not the Thielen we know. What if this was the spark we needed? Tell me, did you see this coming? Now, picture Sunday's nightmare in Seattle. A 26-0 shutout, our first blank since 2007, with Max Brosmer under center after J.J. McCarthy's rookie stumbles and Carson Wentz's vet backup vibes didn't pan out. Thielen, healthy scratch, watching from the sidelines as the Seahawks defeasted. At 4-8, we're fighting just to stay relevant in the NFC North, and that loss stung like purple frostbite. But here's the twist. Adams' camp hit up Kwesi Adofo-Mensah last week, saying he craves a bigger role for these final weeks. At 35, this Minnesota State Maverick wants to go out swinging. Maybe snag a ring with a contender before hanging him up as a Viking forever. Heartbreaking? Absolutely. But respect to a guy who's all about legacy. Who's your pick for his next spot, Chiefs? Lions to stick it to us. Drop it below. Let's rewind to the man himself. Undrafted in 2014, Thielen inked with us and turned into a beast. 542 grabs, 6,751 yards, 55 TDs, 5th in yards, 4th in catches, 3rd in scores all-time for the Vikes. From 2016 to 2022, he was Mr. Reliable. Nearly 1,000 yards a season, 2 Pro Bowls, that 2017 All-Pro nod. I still get chills thinking about those sideline lasers from Cousins. Then Carolina called in 23. He hit 1,014 yards there. But last year's dip led to this homecoming. As a fan who's bled purple since the '98 draft, seeing him back felt like family reunion. Yet, with our QB carousel spinning, McCarthy's raw flashes, Wentz's experience, Brosmer's undrafted fire, Adam got squeezed out. It's a tough pill, but that's NFL life. How many of you have his jersey framed at home? Share the stories. Boom! Kwesi's statement drops like a game winner. Adam is one of the all-time great Vikings, and we wish him and his family continued success. Classy as ever from the GM who's been navigating this rebuild like a boss. He owned the weekend talks, respecting Thielen's ask to chase snaps elsewhere. No hard feelings, just purple love. Think about it. We brought him back for depth, especially with Addison's suspension and Jefferson's nagging tweaks. But the snaps dried up after week 3, never more than 14 in a game. At 4-8, with the offense averaging under 20 points lately, it's no shock. But as fans, we're left wondering, does this free up room for a late-season surge? Or is it a sign we're sellers at the deadline? Hit me with your hot takes. What's the real story here? Thielen's social media post? Pure gut punch poetry. This is certainly not how any of us imagined this to go. He wrote, raw and real. As a Minnesota native, putting on this uniform over the years and representing this community, both on and off the field, has always meant that much more to me. Chills, right? This team is in my bones. It's in my heart and it's part of my DNA. I will always be a Minnesota Viking. And that retirement vow? He plans to hang it up postseason, but as one of U.S. jersey retired in spirit. Born in Detroit Lakes, college at Mankato, 9 years grinding here before the cut. Fans, if you're not tearing up, check your pulse. This guy's the blueprint for underdog magic. What's your favorite Thielen memory, the 100-yard 2TD game against Green Bay? Spill it. Flashback to the grind. From practice squad scraps to Pro Bowl glory, Thielen embodied that Viking toughness. Remember 18 when he balled out for 1,373 yards and 9 scores. Or the 21 playoff heartbreaker where he torched the Rams. Stats don't lie, he's 7th shy of 700 career catches, 8,380 yards, 64 TDs overall. But in purple, he's eternal. This waiver, it's mutual, born from his fire to finish strong, not bitterness. With waivers pending, some contender could claim him tomorrow. Eagles? Bills? The drama's just heating up. As we sit at 4-8, licking wounds from that Seahawks smackdown, this feels like closure on a chapter. But hey, optimism. More snaps for Naylor or the rookies? What's brewing for our WR room? Your call. The offense's woes? A revolving door at QB that's left us exposed. J.J. McCarthy, our first-year stud, showed promise but hit the rookie wall hard. Carson Wentz stepped in as the vet bridge, steady but not spectacular. Then undrafted Max Brosmer gets the nod Sunday, gutsy, but 0 points against Seattle's D? Oof, we've rotated linemen like hot potatoes, and the run game's MIA. Thielen's 8-4-69 line? Target poverty in a unit that sputtered to historic lows. First shutout since 07. Folks, that's why Adam's out. He wants targets, not sidelines. As a fan screaming at my TV, I get it. But does this light a fire under the team? Imagine Jefferson erupting without the depth logjam. Poll time. Fire the OC or ride it out? Comment now. Behind the scenes, this move whispers rebuild vibes. Kwesi traded for. Thielen knowing Addison's absence. Banking on that veteran juice to mentor the young guns. It worked early. Adams' leadership in camp was gold. But snaps faded as Jefferson healed and Addison returned. At 35, Thielen's not chasing bench time. He's hunting rings in his swan song. Respect. The Panthers got picks back in the deal, but we got memories. Vikings news like this tests our fandom. Do we mourn or motivate? I'm fired up. This clears air for a December push. Who's with me? Tag a buddy who's down on the season. We're turning this around. Thielen's legacy? Untouchable. 5th in receiving yards at 6,751. That's no fluke. Pure route-running wizardry and hands like glue. 3rd in TDs with 55. He was money in the red zone, feasting on corners. 4th in catches at 542, he outworked everyone. From undrafted nobody to franchise face, his story's our story. Minnesota grit. This waiver doesn't erase that. It amplifies it. As he eyes contenders, we'll cheer from afar, knowing he'll retire purple. Fans etch this in stone, he's ours. What's the one play that defines Thielen for you? The dig route TD versus Detroit? Let's relive it in the replies. That shutout in Seattle? A wake-up call echoing through US Bank Stadium. 26-0 with Brosmer sacked 5 times, our D holding but the O invisible. First blank since 07. Talk about history we don't want. Thielen sidelined, watching the purple faithful in Seattle chant, Skol, through the pain. At 4-8, NFC North dreams fading. But this waiver? Is freedom for Adam and focus for us. No distractions, just grind. Imagine the energy. More reps for Addison, Jefferson unleashed. As your passionate Vikings voice, I'm not quitting, neither should you. What's the fix for this offense? New blood at QB? Sound off. Emotional core. Thielen's words hit home because they're us. In my bones, in my heart, part of my DNA. Detroit Lakes kid. Mankato Maverick. Undrafted dreamer who became legend. 9 years of blood, sweat, purple tears. Cut in 23, thrived in Carolina with 1,014 yards, but the pullback. Irresistible. He slashed pay to return, only for snaps to vanish in our QB mess. Mutual respect in the release, Kwesi nailed it. This isn't end. It's encore. Where's he going? A West Coast team for family? Your predictions fuel the fire. Comment yours. Trade details unpacked. We gave up a 26 4th and 5th. Got Thielen plus conditional 7th and 27 5th. Smart depth play, but offense imploded. 8 games catchless in 11? Brutal. Healthy scratch Sunday sealed it. But stats aside, Adam's impact? Priceless, mentoring McCarthy, hyping the locker room. As fans, we traded hope for heart. Now waivers loom. Claimed or free agent. Contender claims him. We smile knowing he chases glory. Vikings news this raw? It bonds us. Who's the next undrafted gem we unearth? Ideas? QB chaos explained. McCarthy's flashes. Arm talent, poise, but turnovers killed momentum. Wentz, solid backup but no spark. Brosmer, undrafted rookie thrust in. Gutsy debut, 0 points. Rotating casts, injured lines, recipe for disaster. Thielen, depth guy, became casualty. But silver lining. Youth movement accelerates. At 4-8, playoff slim, but pride's online. This waiver, catalyst for change. Fans, we're in trenches together. What's your bold prediction for Week 14? Hit reply. Legacy locked. 693 career catches shy of 700. 8,380 yards. 64 TDs. But in purple, immortal. Pro Bowls, All-Pro 1,000-yard seasons. From 16 to 22 average. 1K yards. 7.7 TDs. This return, bittersweet footnote. Waiver at request, classy exit for final bow. He'll retire Viking, no doubt. As I rant like we're tailgating, remember, Thielen's why we love this. Underdog soul. Tattoo that on your heart. Favorite stat that blows your mind? Share. Offense autopsy. Sputtering behind QB trio? We've scored 19.2 points per game. Bottom 5. Shutout ends streaks, exposes flaws. Thielen's 69 yards? Symptom of target famine. Waiver frees him for relevance, us for reset. 4-8 hurts, but December football's magical, playoffs or not. Skol spirit unbreakable. What's the turning point? A win streak? You tell me. Final vibes. Adam's post seals the love. Always be a Minnesota Viking. Native son, community king. From undrafted to icon, his journey inspires. Waiver, his call for bigger stage in Swan Song. We'll watch, cheer, miss, but purple forever. Fans, this news? Fuel for fire. What's next for Thielen? Super Bowl sniff. Predict. Wrapping the trade regret. Picks gone, but memories gold. Depth need met, but execution failed. Kwesi's respect shines, statement pure class. At his ask, we grant wings. Now, contenders beware. Thielen's hunting. For us, rebuild clarity. 4-8 to what? Your optimism powers this. Comment fuel. Heart of the fan. Thielen's DNA line? Echoes our passion. Bones deep love for Vikes. Waiver stings but honors that. 35 final season, go get it, Adam. We'll hold purple flag high. Legacy etched. Who's crying with me? Admit it below. Offense hope. Post waiver. Reps redistribute. Jefferson 1,400-yard pace. Addison breakout. Brosmer settles. Possible. Shutout scar fades with wins. We're fans resilient. What's your dream lineup tweak? Ideas welcome. Teaser close. Imagine Thielen hoisting Lombardi elsewhere, then retiring home. Bittersweet perfection. Vikings news evolves, we adapt. Skol. Alright, Purple Army. That's the deep dive on Adam Thielen's waiver. Heartache, respect, and undying love. If this fired you up like it did me, smash that like button. Drop your Thielen tributes and hot takes in the comments. What's his next team and how do we rally from 4-8? Subscribe for all the Vikings news breakdowns. Hit notifications so you never miss a Skol shout. And share this with your fellow fans to spread the purple pride. We're in this together. Go Vikes. Skol Vikings.